following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a great show for you today. Before we tell you what's coming up, let me say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town, Ron Russell.
Hello. The desert got me again, folks. Jimmy didn't want me to go on. He said, stay in bed. I said, no, the show must go on no matter what. I was raised that way. You know, in old show business days, we said we go on no matter. So here I am with no voice, and I'm stuffed to the nine, forget about it, this fucking desert. I loathe it. I hate it. I just despise it. I can't live here. It's just the allergies. I mean, I've been to doctors. They don't know what to do. They gave me stuff. It didn't work. It's just the allergies are so bad. We had fires, and the fires made smoke, and the smoke brought other shit down from the mountains, and it all came in the house. And I breathe it. When you go to sleep, you're breathing all that horrible crap. It's not a healthy place. You know, I thought that the desert was where they sent people with TB, tuberculosis, but no, it's not. Many doctors have told me we have more allergens here in the desert than anywhere else. So it's really not a place for people with respiratory problems. And, you know, as you get older, you get respiratory problems. They come with age. So enough bitching and moaning and groaning. Forgive me with the voice I have. I sound like a frog. And if I blow my nose, forgive me again. It's not professional, but what can I tell you?
So
I have sunglasses on because look at my eyes. You can't even see them. And I have drops in them, eye drops.
So anyway, you guys, we have a good show for you today.
Yeah, other than that, the show goes on.
We have a great show for you guys today.
Oh, wait, Marcel, I'm so sorry we can't go to your movie tonight, but I'm just not up to it, babe. That drive into LA 2 hours is just too much, and I don't think I could sit through a movie and then drive home because I'm really not feeling good. But forgive me and Jimmy for not going to see your movie.
All right, you guys, we have a really good show for you today. Our guest is going to be Robert Kurtzman. He's one of the biggest special effects people in Hollywood. He works on all the biggest stuff and lots of great horror stuff. And then our second guest is actor, singer, dancer Max Ehrich, who's a 4-time Emmy nominee, and he's been in a bunch of shows that we've had other people from those shows on our show. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. But I have some really exciting announcements. The first announcement, I want to thank everybody who listened to the very first episode of my new podcast, AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star. It's all about artificial intelligence. I have a TV series and a vertical series. Between the two, they've gotten 3 million views in 3 weeks, and 207,000 people watched episode 1. So I want to thank everybody for watching the first episode. You can follow AI Filmmaker with Jimmy Star on Instagram, and there's also a YouTube page, and you can get to all of my different shows by going to JimmyStarsWorld.com. It's loading much faster. Stefan Daniel Bell's doing a great job. So check out JimmyStarsWorld.com. My second announcement is Mothman Red Eyes Rising episode 3 came out Monday. We're going to play it later on in the show. so everybody can see it. It's a short episode, but it's really cool. And then my next announcement is the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell has been the #1 film interview podcast for 8 weeks in a row. So we're the #1 film interview podcast on Apple Podcasts. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Our guests have been really good, and everybody seems to like them. So thank you so much for supporting the show and all the other projects that we do.
There you go.
Then,
And I know I look like a hitman, but what can I tell you? And I sound like a hitman. So maybe somebody will cast me as a hitman. They always do.
hey, you never know.
You never know.
So you guys, you can follow the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. The episodes also go up on This Is Jimmy Star's Instagram page. And I forgot what else I was going to say about that. But anyway, we're also on about 160 other platforms, but those are the ones everybody knows. So thanks everybody for tuning in. And if you ever can't find any of our stuff, again, just go to JimmyStarsWorld.com. And
I have a question. If you like the shows that are dirty better than the shows that are clean, let us know in the chat room or everywhere. Not dirty. Our shows are never dirty. They're risque. They're funny. They're always comedy about sex.
I think it depends on who the people are.
Yeah, well, I know that. I don't do it with everybody.
Like next week, you guys, we have David Zucker coming back on, and I'm looking forward to it. That was one of our biggest guests we've ever had and one of our greatest shows because it did really, really well. Everybody seemed to love it. So it should be a lot of fun next week having David Zucker back. And again, this week's going to be a lot of fun. We want to say hi to the chat room. Cindy Lady Lake, thanks for all the promos. Stefan is in there at Meta Couture, and he's been working hard on JimmyStarsWorld.com, and everything is really good. So I want to just thank everybody just in general because it's been a lot of fun, and everything is going very well. Even though we're a little under the weather, things are still good. And
What?
follows Ron's daughters, my stepdaughters, at my Magpie Sisters on Instagram, you guys. They just had a bunch of videos they did with Lara Spencer from Good Morning America and the Thrift Show, or what's it called? That thrifting show?
Lara's show is called The Thrifting Show. Excuse me for scratching my voice. My daughter and Lara have been best friends since very young girls in school, when we all lived in Garden City before Lara was married and before Lara became Lara Spencer, when she was Lara von Sealing, which was her real name. So I know Lara for 40 years, maybe. I don't know how many years, a lot of years. She's family. She's just like one of my daughters. And she went to their store and, did a little publicity and arranged things to give the girls a boost. And they got, how many views did they get?
A lot more than normal, and they got a lot of followers and stuff
Yeah,
too.
they sold a lot of stuff because of Lara. So we thank Lara very much.
And thank you, Cindy. Cindy Lady Lake follows them and shares all their stuff.
Yeah. Well,
She's
they're really
fabulous.
buying nice things, things that make your home interesting and pretty, not just to fill the rooms up with junk.
Yes.
So follow them on
Instagram. They're on everything, but Instagram and Facebook, I think, is their best ones.
Are they on Facebook?
Yes.
How come
There's
I
that
never
Magpie
see
Sisters.
them on Facebook?
I do. I liked something this morning.
I don't know. I hate this Facebook and Twitter and Twitter. I mean, I don't know any of this shit.
Yeah, but you know how to do Instagram. Like, you love watching Instagram videos.
I know how to watch it, but I don't know how to do anything.
Well,
I put a heart. If I like it, I send a heart. But that's all I know how to do.
you can comment on it too.
I tried that and it didn't work.
Oh, it does work though. So, well, if you decide you want to comment, let me know because I'm pretty good on Instagram.
Anyway, I don't.
And
need
they
to
do.
know
You're right,
all-
Cindy. They have great style and they're very cool. We talked to them last night. It was a lot of fun. And their videos are really, really good.
Well, they're doing a whole new thing with thrifting. Years ago, thrifting was considered, like go buy junk. It's not junk. What has happened is today's design is junk. The furniture is not made with real wood. It's made with some kind of pressed cardboard that they make wood. That's what your sofa is. And your fabrics are all very synthetic and very uncomfortable. So people that want their old frames of sofas so they could reupholster them and have a feathered pillow or a comfortable sofa, that's what we're doing. We're going back to the Ralph Lauren look. We're going back to the warm, happy house look, because the gray, blue, modern doctor's office look, people got very bored with. They're not happy with it. And now they're going back to these thrift stores, but the good thrift stores. They're like Bloomingdale's, they're very elegant. And they're buying all these wonderful pieces of furniture and accessories to make their home interesting and beautiful again.
Absolutely. So it's a lot of fun. So follow I think it's Magpie_Sisters, but just plug in Magpie Sisters and it'll definitely come up. They're the
How
only
the
ones.
Magpie came about was when they were young girls and we would go on a trip somewhere, like, we would drive for an hour or so to the beach or whatever. The two of them, and I remembered Heckle and Jekyll, the cartoon, and they were magpies. So I named my daughters the Magpie Sisters because they were like two magpies in the back of the car, both talking at the same time, 100 miles an hour. And they thought it was so cute, so they decided to use that as their logo.
I love
And
it.
I was very flattered because it was a very home private joke.
No, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to go and see it. That's on our list when we have time to go see their shop.
Absolutely. It's in New Jersey, you guys, right next to
Well, it's right next to New Hope. It's over the bridge.
from New
So
Hope,
if you're
Pennsylvania.
familiar with New Hope, you know where New Hope is, and you know the bridge that goes right over to Lambertville. And they're right there. They're right in the main drag.
And they also sell all their stuff off of their Instagram page. Also, you can
Right.
see the stuff that they have there.
So
You
go
can
in
sell
and
it. They'll
see
ship
them
it.
and say hi. And if Lara's there, you could get to see Lara and get an autograph.
Yeah, there you go. That's fun. How much fun. All right. So you ready to bring on our first guest?
I'm ready to bring on our first guest.
Let's bring on our first guest. Hello, Robert.
Hey, hello guys. How you doing?
We're fantastic. Oh, good. I can hear you well. All right. I'm going to do my introduction, and I'm excited to have you on board. So, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Emmy and Saturn Award winner, makeup, special effects superstar, writer, producer, filmmaker, Robert Kurtzman. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be on.
So this is my cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Who's very
Ron?
sick, so forgive me. if my interview is not very good, but I'm very ill.
He's got allergy problems.
Allergies up the ass. I mean, really and truly, it's amazing. Don't ever live in the desert. The desert is a horrible place.
It's too dusty. It's too dusty out in the desert.
You're right. It's too dusty. It
Not
is.
dusty. It's fine. The sand is so fine. It goes in everything.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have closets with doors on them in our dressing room? When I put on a shirt, I have to shake it because I get sand coming off of it. It's in our clothing. It's all over. It's on the baseboards. It's in your. It's disgusting. So everybody that says I love Palm Springs, fuck you. Live here, and then tell me I love Palm Springs.
You're in LA, right?
No, I'm in Ohio.
Ohio. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
one of Ron's best friends lives in Ohio.
The nicest people in the world live in Ohio.
Yeah, we grew up here, so I gravitated back here in 03. So after 20 years in LA.
Okay.
And
I
then we
have a
kind of
lot.
work around we were 7 years in Atlanta, and it's back and forth.
I love that you're in Ohio.
I have a lot of friends that came from Ohio. Of course, they become Hollywood shit now, but they used to be wonderful people when they lived in Ohio. Ohio people are lovely.
So, for anybody who doesn't know Robert, first of all, anybody in the horror world knows Robert, especially even though he does more than just horror movies. But he's an icon in the world of special effects and makeup and creature effects and genre filmmaking. He also helped redefine practical special effects in modern horror. He's like a super big deal, you guys. And the fact that he's not in LA makes me even happier, because we're going to move back to Florida. And Ron's daughters live in Pennsylvania. We used to live in Pennsylvania, and we're going to go back to the East Coast. And so I think it's great that you're there. Although, you moved back, you were already really famous and already done really big things, so it didn't hurt you at all. But I don't think it's going to hurt us either. So I'm very excited to move.
Florida's ocean is the best medicine you can have.
Oh, I know. That's what my wife says. So.
Oh, yes, your wife is right. You go and you sit in the water for 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
And your body feels wonderful and your nasals open and you can breathe. So I can't wait to get to the beaches of Florida.
I love it. So
Sarasota, that's our beach, Sarasota.
Sarasota is fabulous. So I went to the University of Florida, and a bunch of my fraternity brothers were from Sarasota, so we used to go there all the time. And we even looked in Sarasota. It's beautiful there. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The sand is great. The sand doesn't get hot.
No,
I think it has it's got quartz in it or something. It doesn't heat up the same. So I could be talking out my ass about that, but that's what I always thought it was.
No, you're right. We're actually going to Boca because we're from Boca.
Well, yeah, I like to be with the Jews and the Italians. I was raised with Jews and Italians. I came from Brooklyn.
Well, you're Italian.
What's in Brooklyn? What's in Brooklyn? Jews and Italians. So I'm happy and comfortable around Jews and Italians. So I'll be happy in Boca. And I have a lot of friends in Boca who are Italian and Jewish. So it's fun.
So one of the first things
they all sound like me when we talk, so nobody can say, "Oh, you have a Brooklyn accent." I can't stand it when they do that. I want to smack them. But so now I'll be with people that sound just like me. I like that.
So the first thing I want to bring up, first of all, so I went through all the different projects that you've worked on. Many of the stars of those projects have actually been on our show. But the first one I want to bring up, and it's going to probably be one of the least known of all of them, but I'm friends with Adam Marcus and Deborah Sullivan, and I'm doing a movie with Adam called, I'm trying to raise money for it right now, called Cry Havoc. And you did the special effects on Secret Santa, which is a lower budget indie horror film by Adam Marcus. If you guys don't know Adam Marcus, he was the director for Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. He was great on our show. That's how we met him. And I think Secret Santa is one of the most underrated, horror films of all time, because it's actually a very good film. It's really, really good. Everybody watches at Christmas time. If you look at the reviews, everybody says it's great. But so then I noticed that you actually you worked on Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys met?
Yep, that's what we met on. Yep. And yeah, we did. We had a ton of fun on that. We hit it off, and we've been kindred spirits ever since, me and Adam. So when Adam got Secret Santa off the ground, we went up, Marcy and I, and we spent 11 days trapped kind of in Big Bear in a snowstorm with the crew. And we just shot over 11 days, shot that movie. And it was so much fun because we were just running a gun, and I was able to operate camera as well with, so that was fun, getting to do that as on top of doing the makeup effects. But everybody kind of, it was a small movie where we had a very small crew, and it was just great because everybody was doing a little of everything. When we had to prep the set, everybody was rolling out the fake carpet so we wouldn't ruin the real carpet with the blood, and it was a good time.
It's so funny because I'm doing a lower budget film, and the guy who made I don't know if you ever heard of this, but he made puddles, like blood puddles that are made out of plastic or something, so it doesn't wreck the carpet.
Yeah, it's silicone. It's silicone sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, I freaking love that. So I think it's super cool.
Excuse the sunglasses, but I have eye drops in that make my eyes very sensitive to the bright lights here.
Oh,
I don't want to look cool. I'm not trying to look cool.
No, I thought you had maybe, the They Live glasses and you were seeing all the real stuff.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be? He doesn't know what that is, but I like it. They Live. They Live is a great movie with Roddy Piper. I met him much time. Yeah, and he could see the aliens.
he also could see women without clothes.
No, he couldn't. I wish.
That's the movie. That's the movie that I would do.
I think that
And
yeah,
everybody would have to be naked in the movie when they put the glasses on. You know, that fucking movie would make a fortune.
Absolutely would.
Roddy Piper was a great guy. I met him a bunch of times, and I started this podcast, and like I had contacted him a few weeks before he passed, unfortunately, and he was going to do the show, and then unfortunately it didn't work out. But he was such a really nice guy that we really liked. So the other one I want to talk about, which this one I think a lot of people in horror know it, but I thought that this movie was kind of ingenious, and it was called Tusk.
Yeah.
If you notice, I'm not picking out your superstar movies yet, but Tusk, you guys, was a movie about this guy who had like a podcast, and he answers an ad or something. I forgot the whole thing, but he goes to this weird guy's house they think he's in a wheelchair and stuff, and he like drugs him, and he eventually turns him into a walrus. It's a walrus, right?
Correct. Yes. He transforms him into a walrus surgically.
No, and he cuts his bones and bodies and stuff, and at the end of the movie, he's actually a walrus, like with tusks, the tusks coming down, flippers, and everything. And it starred Michael Parks and Justin Long, and Haley Joel Osment was in it, and I think Johnny Depp was in it.
And Genesis Rodriguez was in it.
Yeah, so it was a really cool film. So did you make the walrus then?
Yes. Yeah. We did all the makeup effects and the creature. Yeah. On
that
Justin.
was the coolest thing ever. And like, it's such an odd concept. I've watched the movie like 2 or 3 times, but like actually when they're turning him into a walrus, it kind of like freaks me out. And
well, that's why I had to do it, because I mean, I got contacted through a friend, producer that I had made a couple films with, and he was producing that, and he called and said, "Hey, do you want to do something with Kevin Smith?" And of course, I was like, "Yeah, cool." And he sent the script, and I was just like, "What the hell is this?" You know, nobody, you know, when you get a chance to do something like that. I mean, we get called all the time to do, "Hey, can you do this vampire thing?" or, you know, no, werewolves or whatever. And it's like kind of the same thing. But this one, it was like nothing that had been done before. So it was really intriguing, and I wanted to be involved with that. So
I think it's a brilliant movie. I don't know how it did, but I don't really look at the box office always of things that I like, because I a lot of times I like the odd stuff. I love Secret Santa, and I love Tusk. I thought it was great.
Is Secret Santa a negative film? A negative about Santa Claus?
No.
Is Santa Claus shown as a nice guy?
Santa Claus. I don't even think Santa
I
Claus
don't like
is
the
in
movies where
it's a dysfunctional family Christmas movie.
It's
really
a dysfunctional family Christmas movie where the family like all kills each other. There's no Santa in it all. It's a great movie. Actually,
I don't approve of those.
Like, he didn't like Krampus. I collect action figures and animatronics, and I have like a 7-foot Krampus animatronic.
But I bought him for Christmas.
I bet you have the greatest stuff ever, and whatever. Do you actually collect stuff also? I mean, I see a bunch of stuff in the background.
That's all. Well, some things, but most of it's wrapped around the movies I've worked on, or my original artwork and stuff. I never got in. For a while I did. You know, I would collect certain action figures like Spawn figures or whatever, and I just don't have that. First off, I don't like spending the money on that stuff, and then it just means more stuff sitting around the house and the studio that is just taking up space for real stuff, real work. I'd rather display my original artwork than somebody else's toys.
I totally agree with you, because I have a huge collection, and we're going to try and sell our house. So I had to put everything in storage. So now I've got, a 10 by 20 storage unit filled from the floor to the top of all my stuff. But I've also,
if we ever showed this house to potential buyers and they walked in Jimmy's room, they would drop to their knees and do a novena, because they would be horrified at what he's got. He's got the mummy that lights up and talk. I mean, he's got life-size.
I have everything.
Dolls.
I have life-size Jason.
I
have a bunch of Chuckies, life-size Chuckies.
And I said, you will never sell that. People are superstitious. They say these people are vampires or crazy. So
But wait.
we had to hide everything and look like normal people.
But I want to wait. I want to go back to my story. So my story, getting to your point, is I've also written a bunch of horror novels, and I'm doing some AI vertical series on my books that I've written. And so I've been creating action figures and plush animals and stuff for all the figures in my books. So now that's really what I'm wanting to display, is the stuff that I actually
yeah.
created.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I love having that stuff around because it's inspirational. So, like, you know, a lot of times you'll see artists at their little workstations, they'll have that little figures and stuff up around. It's just inspiration when you're working. You know, cool stuff to look at.
I
He's
have
got inspiration.
I have
okay?
one though. I kept all my books on. I have one action figure that I won't ever get rid of. I literally had it on my desk for like a zillion years. Lance Henriksen is my all-time favorite actor. He's been my favorite
He's
actor
great.
forever. And I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and I dressed him and gave him a bunch of clothes at a convention. And then I got to go to lunch with him, and I went to lunch with him and Malcolm McDowell and Doug Bradley, which I knew all of them also. But we had a really good time. And at the end of the weekend, he gave me one of his alien tiles.
Oh yeah, those are great.
So I've got one of his. That's like my most prized possession is my alien tile. But I have his Millennium action figure. I have two of them, an autographed one and a non-autographed one, and it sits on my desk. And I used to travel with it. I was like, I would go to Europe and I would take it with me in my suitcase.
I beat Jimmy out because I have a bra that Jane Russell wore, and I have a fork that she ate in my house with. So I'm serious, I do.
Jane Russell was his best friend.
Jane and I, my best friend. Jane and I were.
You're old enough to know who Jane Russell is,
Oh
right?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Jane and I were going to La Cinema Paradiso in Florida to get an award, and she came out of the guest room, and I looked at her. I said, "Jane, what happened to your tits?" She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Your tits are down to your belly. They look horrible. Jack them up." She said, "I did, Ron. I have it on the tightest part of my bra." So I said to my daughter, I said, "Leslie, do you have a 36B bra?" That's all Jane Russell was, by the way, a 36B, nothing bigger. They always made her out to be huge. And Leslie said, "Yeah, I have a long line push-up." So she loaned it to Jane, and Jane's tits were nice. They were back where they should be, up high for a young woman. And my daughter still has that bra. She won't give it away, or Well, it's famous. Jane Russell, the bra lady, and to have a bra.
So Ron was friends with all the Tab Hunter, and he worked with Elizabeth Taylor, all the older people. He knew Betty Davis, and I'm kind of like the 80s kid, so I was like friends with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman and those kind of people.
I'm 86 years old, so 86 years of stars I have under my belt. It's a lot of stars when you're 19 years old in the business.
It is.
It is a lot of stars.
So how did you get involved in, and then we'll talk about some of your really big stuff, but like, how did you wake up one day and say, hey, like, was there one movie as a kid that changed your life and made you want to do this? Or how did you decide, hey, I'm going to become like the biggest special effects guy in the world?
Well, there's multiple movies, but I didn't really think, I was just more amazed by them. Of course, King Kong when you were young, Wizard of Oz, things like that. But then, you get into the Ray Harryhausen films and the Sinbad movies, Valley of the Gwangi, all those kind of movies. And of course, the Universal movies and everything. And the Hammer films were really big with me as a kid. I didn't start thinking about makeup effects as a career. I was always an artist. My mom was an artist, so I was always drawing and doing stuff. I think it was I discovered Famous Monsters of Filmland, and then eventually Fangoria came out. And at that point, they started really covering articles about, makeup effects artists and creature makers. And so that's when I really started gravitating toward that stuff and was like, oh, there's people who make this. Sounds like an amazing job, So, and I was always into the dark stuff. So as far as, hang on a sec. As far as the films I'd like to watch, fantastic movies and sci-fi and giant monster movies. So And then late night horror host shows. That was kind of the big thing for me as a kid. You know, I'd stay up on a Friday night just to watch the 11:30 Big Chuck and Little John, or the Ghoul or Ghoulardi, you know, whatever I could find. And back then, remember, we only had one, 3 channels.
Right.
Time, you know, so
ABC, CBS. We didn't have
Yeah.
what we have today. I love it.
And it was easy to turn your TV on.
Yeah. Ron doesn't like our smart
I-
TV because
I
if
don't
you hit
know.
one wrong button, everything disappears.
oh yeah, then you got to find the right input or
I
whatever.
wanna-
Yeah, I know.
I
You
want
can't
to
do it.
I want to smash the TV and throw it out the window. I could tell it that. I just want a television that goes on and off. I don't want all this fucking bullshit with this, and this. Oh, please.
Do you have a favorite monster or creature that's ever been designed? Like, what's your favorite monster or creature out of all the horror movie monsters and creatures? Do you have a favorite one?
Creature from the Black Lagoon would be the coolest
yeah.
one. When I was growing up as a kid, I just thought that was amazing. And it still holds up. It's still one of the best creature suits ever made. Then it would I jump around a little bit. Of course, Giger's Alien is incredible.
Yes.
Probably one of the best designs ever. I love the Predator. There's but my favorite kind of creature film, which isn't a specific creature, but John Carpenter's The Thing is the creature film.
Great.
Still is my favorite of all time. So
I love it. I think
But the creature from the Black Lagoon, my parents took me to see it when I was for my 16th birthday. And I remember when I left that theater, I just was overwhelmed by the authenticity of that beautiful man in that wonderful swimsuit and how he was able to maneuver. It was just an incredible film.
well, it was incredible to watch too, because obviously they did it practically back then. If they did it today, it'd probably be a CGI thing swimming under it'd be all digitally created, and they wouldn't even have the what was so great about that movie is they actually took the risk of doing all those underwater
What
things.
was so great was it was an actor in
Yeah.
a suit performing. I hate this AI shit. I think it's horrible. I don't think you should do it because it takes away from actors. I'm not important enough of an actor for them to take my image, but if they ever do, I'd sue the ass off them.
So wait, I want to go back. So Rico Browning, when we lived in Florida, was a friend of mine, and I actually judged a couple like costume contests at Spooky Empire and stuff with him. He was a great guy. It was really, really cool. And this year, Spirit Halloween is coming out with like a 7-foot alien monster that the monster comes out, and when he opens his mouth, the little thing comes out of his mouth just like an alien with the teeth.
Yeah,
And that will be my birthday present for this year.
nice.
My birthday's in October.
Where are you going to put it?
In my storage unit. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
I get nothing for my birthday, but I have to buy him all
No.
these $400 dolls.
You do get stuff for your
What
birthday.
you didn't give me anything for my last birthday.
Yeah, I did.
What did you give me?
I don't know, but I gave you some. I always give you stuff. Believe me.
Well, I'm not wearing it.
So, so I have a. Let's talk about a couple
We're
movies. and I'll go
married, by
back.
the way.
Yeah,
in
we're
case
married.
you
We
didn't
fight
know.
all the time. Don't worry about it.
We're tutti frutti.
So
people.
recently, you just did Scary Movie 2026.
Yes,
I love that.
yeah, we
movie.
did that.
I haven't seen it yet, and there was all different kinds of positive and negative things, but I'm going to watch it before next week because we actually have David Zucker coming on next week,
And
and,
Scary Movie is
and
a
I
very
want to
good
like
concept.
see it. But I think it's really fun, and a lot of the people that are in it, John Abrahams, Dave Sheridan,
Oh, David
Charlene
in it?
Amoya. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that are in it. Fedor Spear plays Art the Clown in it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those people have all been on our show, so I'm going to watch it and see what I think of it. But I love the scary movies in general. I think they're terrific in general.
I really enjoy them too.
So did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the new one?
Yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah, it was kind of a rough shoot because of the timing of prep and everything, but we got it done, and it was fun, and it was great to work with. So, it was a good time.
Do you like doing the horror comedies better, or do you like doing the actual like horror, like the ones where you really like Dr. Sleep and stuff like that,
the
where it's like
disgusting one.
yeah, like I like the disgusting ones.
Wait, did you
I
ever see
mean,
Marcel
I'm more of a
Waltz?
fan.
Yeah, no,
I'm
like-
more of a fan of like, you know, straight horror or like Evil Dead style horror, you know, where it's got some comic elements, that kind of thing. I enjoy. I kind of enjoy a little of everything, and I'm a big action movie fan too. Like I'm almost as big of an action fan as I am a horror fan. So,
What's your favorite action movie?
got to be like Hard Boiled or The Killer or you know, some John Woo movie.
I
You know,
don't even
Face
know what those
Off or
are.
some.
I know,
oh, well,
I
and
know
then there's the
John-
crossovers. Then you got the crossovers. You know, like Terminator 2 and
Love
you know,
that.
Aliens. You know, where it's sci-fi but it's just action packed.
Yeah,
I think
that
I
I like a
cried
lot.
when Aliens came out. I saw that in the theater and was just so excited through the whole thing. It brought tears to my eyes. So
I love it too.
Okay, question. How far would you go in a movie? We saw a movie that Marcel Waltz did where they blew a guy's dick off in the movie. They showed a real penis and then they cut it off and put a fake one there. It was really authentic looking and it made all the men grab their crotches and scream because it was a man's, you know, nightmare. Would you do that? Would you go say,
I've already done those things. So yeah.
Also, I said to Marcel, I said, next, you know, they're going to blow a woman's penis, vagina off. He said, oh, we did that already.
Unbelievable.
I haven't done that. But
So what would you?
you can go over, you go after the male member, and then, you know, that's one thing, but going after the female member, that's probably a
Would you
no-go.
do it? Would you do it?
That's funny.
That was the question: is would you do it?
Would I do it? It depends. You know what? It depends on the context of the movie. Like, I'm not a big torture porn, you know, guy who likes movies that are just really mean spirited.
So you don't really like the Saw movies as much.
Oh, good.
Well, actually, there's something ingenious about the Saw movies because I like to figure, like, how did they figure this contraption out? Is, you know, so those are a little different. But, you know, I'm not into even though I worked on
Hostel.
I'm not. Those aren't my cup of tea. But
I like
a
the
little more-
first one. I like the first one a lot. It was fun.
I like more fun in my horror. You know, like I like movies
do
like
you
Fright
think they've
Night.
gone too
You
far?
know?
Oh, Fright Night is great. We've had
Wait.
Stephen Jeffries on the show.
Do you think they've gone too far with these films? Do you think it's necessary to blow penises and vaginas to pieces?
Not necessarily. I mean, no. I mean, it's just not my cup of tea. But a lot of people
I think it's vulgar.
dig it. I mean, and I
trash.
understand why they do it because they try to push boundaries. You know, that's what horror has been doing for so long. So
But it's left horror and it's gone into S&M.
I like it.
Now,
I don't like all
what
of
do
it.
you think of Sarah French getting stabbed in the mouth with a knife? I thought that was horrible.
He doesn't know who Sarah French is.
Oh, she's a very big horror actress.
Not big compared to who he works with.
No, but Sarah French is a
Well,
wonderful actress.
you know,
Yes,
I'm big into the Giallo films. So you know, like all the Argento films and the Fulci films and Mario Bava and, you know, all those films they did back then had some pretty graphic sequences in them.
Yes.
And they're very stylishly done.
So I was a clothing designer for many years.
You said that you're repeating
And
yourself.
please let me talk. I'm not because he worked on a movie called The Faculty. I don't know if it did well successfully, but Faculty was the first movie where one clothing designer designed all the clothes. It was all Tommy Hilfiger, and I love that movie. I watch it all the time. All those people that are in it, you know, they're all huge stars now. Did you create the monster for The Faculty? When she turns into that thing?
Yeah, all the makeup effects. But it was K&B Effects Group, my company at the time. There was a huge team of people that created that. And like, do you know who Bernie Wrightson is?
Yes.
Yeah, so Bernie was our concept designer. He's the one who came up with all the looks, and then we had to sculpt it all from there. But it was kind of right in Bernie's wheelhouse of the twisted flesh, weird creature stuff. So
I love it. I love that movie. I watch it like every year. I watch it just for fun. And then I noticed that you worked on Boogie Nights, which is not a horror movie. And were you the one who made the prosthetic penis?
yeah. Yes, our company made that at the time. Yes. Luckily, I didn't have to go apply it. So
Who was the model?
Mark Wahlberg. Oh, I don't know who the model for the penis was. But Mark Wahlberg wore it.
Yeah, that was kind of funny because I can't remember who was sculpting it at the time, but you walk in and the little sculpting area is just reference of like John Holmes and Long John Silver or whatever, Long Dong Silver or whatever his name, just a bunch of porn reference. And so it was really funny because then you'd have executives come in and they're like talking about it. Maybe it's too big. Maybe we just cut it down a little bit. And you have all this stuff on the walls. Like it was prior to Me Too, of course. So
right.
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. So let me brag a little for you. For anybody who's unfamiliar, I'm just going to mention some of the amazing things that Robert's worked on. Jay and Silent Bob reboot, Hostel, like we talked about, The Devil's Rejects, Vanilla Sky, the Tom Cruise movie, The Faculty I mentioned, Vampires, Ghosts of Mars, The Night Flyer, Dr. Giggles, Scream 1996, From Dusk Till Dawn, which is a great movie, Maniac Cop 3, Army of Darkness, The People Under the Stairs, Ticks. That's the only one I've never seen out of all your movies. I've never seen Ticks, and he would freak out because he doesn't like bugs. Lord of Illusions, Cabin Fever, Identity, Hulk, Oz the Great and Powerful, Ma. And then there's about 50 other great ones, but you got Predator, Phantasm 2, 976 Evil, House 3, Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Tremors, Children of the Night, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Child, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. That's my favorite one out of all of them.
Yeah, and we just lost Chuck this week. So
yeah, which was terrible. Yeah. But Jennifer Rubin's a friend of ours, and John Saxon was on the show a long time ago. Night of the Creeps, I'm really good friends with Jason Lively and Stephen Marshall and Joe.
I'm actually one of the frat boys that turns into a zombie.
Yes, so, I saw that on IMDb and The Haunting of Hill House.
I love that movie.
He did the TV series Invaders from Mars with Karen Black, and I brought that one up because Ron went on a date with Karen Black back in the day.
I did her makeups on a movie called Children of the Night.
It's a great movie.
So
it really wasn't a date. I was invited to Thanksgiving dinner at a friend's house, and Karen was there. And Karen, I guess, got a little antsy with the crowd. She said, let's get the fuck out of here and go to a club and get loaded and have a good time. And I said, okay. So the two of us got up and we left and we went to a gay bar in New York, disco, and got loaded and danced. We had a ball. She's wonderful. I loved her. She's very kind, very sweet, and very pretty.
I love it.
She was a nice person. I was sorry when she passed. She was one of the few celebrities that I really enjoyed. Most of them were full of shit for themselves, but she was nice. She wasn't an actress when she was out. She was a person. And that's how I like my actors. You know that.
Yeah, grounded when they're
we
not.
We don't like actors, who are acting. We like people who act.
So here's a question for you, because you've really worked on so many, like the biggest things ever. Like before I invited you to come on the show, I knew you had done all these huge things, and you're the first name that always comes up, in horror, especially when anybody's like talking about you. But somehow I didn't realize, what an extensive career you've had. And so was there, when you look back now, what was the first real, I've made it moment, that you figured out that, hey, I've actually got something here, and I love it, and now I've got a great career?
Well, I mean, it is the movie industry, so you can never sit on your laurels, I mean,
yes.
So you're just lucky if you can keep working. And you do the best you can on every show you do, and given everything limitation wise. And there's a lot more I still want to do. So I don't think I can look at it that way.
Okay. So
Like,
then,
so-
if money and time weren't factors, what would be your dream creature project? Like, if you could do anything that you would ever want to like do, and you didn't have to worry about the money or the time to do it, like, do you have a project that you would like love to do?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm
Because
still
you're still
writing
going to
it.
do it.
Yeah,
There
I'm still
you go.
writing it.
Oh, I love that.
What monster would you like to create?
Well, something original, but I'm not. If somebody comes to us and they want to do another vampire, well, I've done like 5 vampire movies or 6 or more, and it's the same with werewolves. Although I think they're pretty cool to do, I'd rather do something original. I mean, we at one point we got called in to do like the new Halloween 5. And I was excited to do it because I was a big Halloween fan and I was young then. But now if somebody came to me, I would be like, I don't know. It's not, okay, some gore gags and the new Mask, Although the Mask and the new ones that they just did, the 3 films,
Yes.
looked really cool.
They're doing another one too. Huh?
I have an idea for you. We get a beautiful woman built like crazy. We put a vibrator in her snatch, and she kills men with the vibrator. And we can call her La Vibratine.
I'm sure there's an audience for it.
Don't laugh. I got a script that somebody sent me. Drag queens from outer space. It was about drag queens what came to Earth because they ate all the men.
I think they made that film.
They made
Did-
something
Did
similar.
they make
Similar
it?
to it, yes.
They wanted me in that film to star it in drag. I said, "What are you out of your mind?"
So do you think it's, since you've been doing this for such a long time, do you think it's harder to scare audiences today than it was before?
Oh, definitely.
I don't. Well, yeah, the audience today. I mean, with everything going on in the world is, you have to up the ante because the horrors of the real world are just
Yes.
as bad or worse. So there's that. But I think anybody that comes up with something and structures a suspenseful a movie that can set up the scares right and everything that you can, it can still be done, and they're doing it now. I mean, there's it goes through different trends, of course. The horror goes through trends. Sometimes, it might be, comedy horror. You know how they jump on the bandwagon.
Yes.
You get one big hit, and then that's all they're looking for is something similar, and that's what you
I
get for
hate
5
that.
years. And
Now I remember watching The Night of the Living Dead, the original,
mhm.
in a dark bedroom, and I was terrified. Today, it would never work. I've seen it. We just saw it a couple of weeks ago, and it was not anything like I remembered it. Yes, Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock. We never saw the star die 10 minutes into the film. We never saw stabbing because it wasn't permitted. You couldn't show blood. If you
Right.
remember.
Mhm.
And back then, we scared easily because it was all new. Now, I mean, we see vaginas get blown off and nobody's scared. So they laugh. People laugh. That's what I don't like. A lot of the screenings we go to for our friends' movies, people are laughing. They think it's a comedy, and
I
it's
laugh
not.
just
And
because I
it's
think it's
not.
unbelievable.
I mean, it's like, well, I mean, you got trauma movies that do stuff like,
Yes, yes.
Street Trash or whatever. It's like,
I love it. So there's a movie, and now I can't think of the name. I tried to look it up, but I forgot. But it's I don't have that many movies that I can't watch. But it's a movie about like somebody who's like captured by, I think, like the Catholic Church, and they basically want to see how much pain that person can go through, and they take off all their skin.
Ah,
And now I
No.
can't think of the name of it. But for me, that's the scariest, creepiest movie I've ever seen.
disgusting.
I wish I could think of the name of it. And
Called shit. That's disgusting.
but I couldn't watch it again. But other than that, like I like the jump scares, and I'm like a
No, that's
typical horror.
S&M.
No, wait.
That's
Like
going.
in like in Hellraiser, you know, when the dog jumps out when they're in space and scares you. I was in the movie theater and I threw my popcorn. I was so scared when the dog. So I like jump scares and stuff, and I still like that a lot. He freaks out because we'll be watching like a movie and I'll scream when it happens, and he's like, "What's the fucking matter with you?"
You know what? Let's talk about The Haunting of Hill House. Nothing was shown, yet it was scary. And that's what I loved about Haunting of Hill House. A door moved,
That's in the original.
banging on the walls.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
all that wonderful stuff to make it eerie and scary. I love that sort of movie. I love that movie. I've seen it many, many times.
the
Haunting of
original is a
Hill
great
House.
film. I also was involved with my company K&B at the time. Did the Haunting remake that Jan de Bont directed, and then just 2017, we got hired to do the Haunting TV series with Mike Flanagan, which was
It was a good
probably
series.
one of the best things I've ever worked on.
It was a great series. I like.
You know,
I enjoyed it a lot.
Less is better, and what you don't see, you're terrified of, because your imagination makes you think of what it is. So I think that I told this to a lot of the producers today, directors. Don't try to outdo yourself, because you're never going to outdo yourself. You can't. You become an idiot, and your work stinks. So relax. Make it where we bring us into the film. And
It's all story and character, really. From the bottom line, if that doesn't work, then the gags don't work. Then
Right.
they're not effective. So then they're just there for no reason. So
all the movies that I do have a meaning. Otherwise, the script, I won't do it. I like to do movies that make sense. And like the big friggin' rat, they couldn't use me because I'm old, where the Volkswagen size rat comes out and rips my arm off and throws me against a wall. So they couldn't use that because it was against all that.
Because he was 80-something years old, and they were afraid he was going to get hurt.
Yeah, so
Oh, it is Martyrs. Oh, thank you.
that's what I was wondering if you were talking about that. Yeah,
So
that's what I thought of initially. But
what they did was even better for the film, because I went down into the basement and they showed the rat coming up with my arm in his mouth. And I thought that was classic, because it said the scene was shot with the rat I thought it was wonderful.
So wait, go back to Martyrs. Did you ever see the movie Martyrs?
yeah, I saw it.
Like, to me, that is like the freakiest movie ever. And I'm not even religious, and I thought it was like freaky.
It's a pretty twisted movie, but it's done really. But it's very artistically done.
It's done very well. The other movie that I liked a lot, that he has a heart attack, and we had the whole cast on the show, was The Human Centipede.
Oh yeah.
No. That's trash.
Yeah.
That's disgraceful. That's
I
humiliating.
saw all three of them. I bet you at least watched them though,
No.
right?
I watched one and maybe 1.25 of the second one, and I just went, I can't do it.
And you didn't watch the third. In the third one,
I
they
haven't
go
even
in
seen
prison,
it.
and they have like 30 people in the centipede.
I've never seen it, and I condemn it. I think it's disgusting. It should be pulled. It's not entertainment. That is some kind of sick perversion. People that eat shit. I mean, really.
So how did you like doing, because you've done a lot of big movies, Boogie Nights was a huge movie, Vanilla Sky was huge, Hulk was huge, Oz the Great and Powerful. These are like, really big mainstream non-horror movies. Is it a lot different doing those films than it is when you're working on a big horror movie?
Well, I mean, on the bigger films, it's just a lot. I have more fun on the smaller movies because you're running and gunning the whole time, and you're busy. The bigger they are, there's a lot of sitting around and waiting, and you get 1 or 2 things a day, and instead of 40 setups a day, you get 3 or 4 or whatever. It really depends, but I have more fun on the smaller movies or the medium-sized films, than globe-trotting giant movies where they a lot of big movies, when they shoot them in various areas around the country or the world, you get kind of disconnected because they pick up crew wherever they go, so you don't feel like that family. But like working on Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness or Jason Goes to Hell or any of those movies, it's like a more close-knit family that you get to work with for several months.
Definitely, I like a smaller movie.
Oh, I think
But
so too.
I find working with monsters, not people, synthetic. What do you call them? What do they call them? Electric monsters.
Oh, like CGI monsters or
Animatronics.
Yeah.
I find working in those movies very difficult because those goddamn things always break down, or they didn't get the shot right, and they have to reshoot it. So you're really working with a mechanical nightmare.
He's basically the master of like actual physical.
Yeah, but you've had trouble with your stuff, right?
You always do. Like
You always do.
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, we were out shooting in New York, Jersey, and middle of winter, and we didn't think about it. We built it in LA. The radio controls started getting cold, and they started jittery, and you couldn't move them. They were like messing up all the time. And same thing in the heat. You get them too hot, got the same problem again. So, I mean, it's that story you've heard of Jurassic Park where they have the big dinosaur and they're shooting the scene and it looks beautiful and it's going really well. And then they start pouring the rain down on it. And then the skin starts soaking up water and it gets, much heavier than what they intended. And then, it started messing up. And then they had to put 100 guys with hair dryers on it trying to dry it off.
They always show that stuff with Jaws too. All the problems they had with the shark on Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, but that was 1975. They didn't even have the technology then. So like, if you fast forward to like Free Willy or the Deep Blue Sea, not the digital stuff, but Deep Blue Sea, the big mechanical sharks they made are just beautiful. And
I love that movie.
Yeah. So a lot's changed since then. So
I love shark movies actually, even though I won't go in the ocean now though, because of all the shark movies. But I love them.
When I saw it in 1975, I wouldn't go into the water that entire summer, even swimming pools. And then when I got over the whole fear of the water thing, then Piranha comes out. So
yes.
And then I was like, oh, now they're in freshwater. I'm screwed. Like I won't go in a river or whatever.
I don't go in any of them, and he doesn't really like them either. Like to go in the water.
No, I never. I'm a pool person.
I'm a pool person too. All right, so
especially Long Island, where I lived, was raised, and Montauk Point has the biggest. They just saw a 14-foot.
Oh yeah.
2,000-pound white. Did you read that?
Great white shark.
Yeah.
Off of Montauk Point. I thought, Jesus, he could eat 5 people.
So
once.
My last question, after everything you've accomplished, what still excites you when you walk onto a movie set? Like what excites Robert Kurtzman going on a movie set?
Oh my God. All of it. What? I love being on a set and watching all the departments do their thing and watching the directors. I really like seeing what they're doing and what kind of shots they're composing, and the DP is, what kind of framing they're doing. All of it's cool. I mean, and I think when we're working on a show and we have things happening, makeups or gags or whatever, it's about problem solving, and it makes you think on your feet. There's always something that has to change or changes that you have to kind of work around, and that's where you find, some things you find are just so much. There might be happy surprises, that it makes the film better. And it was just, it's like in Jaws where they couldn't use the shark, so they used the POVs. So, it's that kind of thing. There's always something. You can go into a movie, like when I direct, I can go in a movie and board the whole film, and go in. And if you're really stringent, then you're not going to have fun. If you go in and you just use the boards as a guideline and then you let things happen organically on the set, that's where magic happens, you know? So
I agree. I love it. So you guys, this is Robert Kurtzman. You can follow him on Instagram. It's RL Kurtzman, and Kurtzman is Kurtzman. I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I want to thank Marcy. Go ahead, give us
real quick. I want to promote our book. We got our book this is coming out.
Okay.
It's out now. You can order it now. It's the adaptation of From Dusk Till Dawn, the novelization. It's Christian Francis and myself wrote it, and Christian's done. He did the Wishmaster novelization. He's In the Mouth of Madness, the Sutter Kane books. He has that out now, as well as the Tremors book, Beneath Perfection. So he's been doing a lot of adaptations of movie stuff. And ours, we kind of went from my original story and things from the script as well, and kind of, I don't know, played with it a little. Did some things that we weren't able to do in the film, and ideas that I originally had that weren't in the script anymore, you know. So
I love the film. Tom Savini's a friend. Ron did a movie with, what's the football player guy?
Hammer. Fred
Williamson. Fred the Hammer Williamson. Yeah, is a friend of Ron's. He did a movie with him a long time ago. A whole bunch of the people in that film have been on our show. It's a great film, and we love it.
The film is called. The film is called Greed.
Greed. So where do we get the book? Is it on Amazon, or you go
to on Amazon as well? Yeah, look up Christian Francis, and there'll be a bunch of places to get it, or just look up the book. There's a couple versions of it. One we do have. We have one which has a lot of original art concepts and stuff that I done early on.
I love that.
During the production, you know, just different things in the storyboards. We did the entire opening Benny's World of Liquors in here. That all the original storyboards that I did for when I was directing, when I wanted to direct the film. This is before Robert came on, because you know, the story to that is I wrote it and then tried to get it off the ground for years. Nobody wanted to do it. They thought it was too vulgar and too weird because it was two different movies in one. And so it took years, even after Quentin hit it big. It took a few years to get it off the ground, almost 8 years. So
I love it. All right. Congratulations on the book. Congratulations on a stellar career. Robert Kurtzman, everybody, follow him on Instagram again, RL Kurtzman. Check out all his stuff. We want to thank you, and we want to thank Marcy for setting this up. So thank you.
I'll let her know. Yep.
Thank you. All right.
And maybe we'll work together one day, and you could make me look 25 and magnificent.
That's all done. That's all done digitally now.
Thank you so much, Robert.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Robert was fabulous, you guys, and thank you so much. And you guys, real quick, before we bring on our second guest, Max Eric, we're going to play Mothman Red Eyes Rising episode 3. This is the newest episode. It just came out on Monday, so check it out. Juan, play the one that says Mothman Red Eyes Rising episode 3, and enjoy, everybody. We'll be right back.
My friend Mothman talks to me.
Really? What does he say?
Lots of stuff. But I don't hear his voice. It's more like a feeling.
I think I felt some of that myself.
Cool. You know he's my best friend.
So how did you meet your friend?
He saved my new bike.
Wow. How did he do that?
My grandpa had just gotten me a really cool new bike for my birthday.
Hey kid, where do you think you're going? Hey Rusty, what you got there?
It's my new bike. My grandpa got me for my birthday.
Well, your grandpa has good taste in bikes. I gotta give him that.
Please, I just want to get home. Wow, what is that?
That's quite a story, kid.
Mothman got my bike back, but I don't know whatever happened to the bully. I've got a lot of stories about my friend.
That's great. But now I need to get inside and register. I was up most of the night. I gotta have a hot bath and some sleep.
Registration is right inside at the desk. Any questions you have on my friend Mothman, you just ask me. I'm your guy.
Thanks, kid. I'll take you up on that. You must be Jake. Don't believe a word of what my grandson said. Guilty as charged.
Okay, Papa, I'm going bike riding now. Nice to meet you, Jake.
You too, kid. So I understand you're here to investigate our Mothman. Yeah, that's why Ben sent me. You know, there is no Mothman. I felt the same way, but I saw him last night. He took down the Bay Bridge. That old, rotting Bay Bridge was bound to come down sooner or later. That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. But now I need to get some sleep.
What are you doing? I don't understand.
I guess he's pretty exhausted.
Hey, Frank, what's going on? Sit down, Jake. This is my daughter, Elena. She's a doctor, but I can never
Doesn't matter what I'm a doctor of. What matters is that my son Rusty is missing.
Oh, Jesus. Have you contacted Search and Rescue?
Of course we have, but our entire search and rescue crew were sent to Charleston for the flooding. Our local police and neighbors have been searching for the last 8 hours without any sign of him. And now they have just informed us that it has become too dangerous and they have to postpone the search until morning.
Why are they stopping? It's too cold. He'll freeze overnight. It's not their fault. Most of our police and fire department went to Charleston as well. So they are undermanned now, and the others are just volunteers who have jobs and families they must care for. We can't just sit here and wait until morning. We're not waiting. It's going to be in the low 40s tonight, so we're heading out shortly to continue the search up by the Old Mill Road. I understand, and anything I can do to help. Now that you mention it, I believe Rusty probably fell into a sinkhole or deep ravine. The main ropes are loaded. I don't know how to use this climbing equipment. Do you have any mountain climbing experience? Rappelling? Rescues? Any of that? Yeah, I do. Climbing was a big part of my life at one point. I'm familiar with this gear. If he fell off a cliff or down a hole, I can get him. Let's go get Rusty.
Hey, everybody. So that's episode 3, Mothman, Red Eyes Rising. And I don't see our guest in the chat room yet, so we're going to play a music video real quick. This is The Legend of Bunny Man. Hopefully he'll be here when we get back. So enjoy, everybody. Here's The Legend of Bunny Man rock song. Enjoy the video, and we'll be right back.
Beneath the moonlight, shadows creep. In a suit of white, he doesn't sleep. Bunny Man's back, the whispers say. In the heart of the night, he's come out to play. Legends never die, they just evolve. In fear we stand, the truth we resolve. people move slow. If you hear the thump, better run and hide. Money man's lurking, he's on the inside. Every dark tale has its farm. He's the ghost that haunts the dark. Running man's back in the dead of night. With a hop and a skip, he brings the fire. Run for your life, there's no escape. The legend reborn, that's Money Man Shea. So when you hear whispers near, remember to let you and hold your fear.
Oh yeah, he's a person dressing up as a rabbit. I was explaining to Ron the concept of the movie. In the meantime, we're going to bring on our next guest. Let's bring him on.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Max, how you doing?
I'm awesome, blessed, highly favored. How are you doing?
We are fantastic. All right, let's do a good introduction for you. Hey, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, 4-time Emmy nominee, actor, singer, dancer, Max Eric. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I had to Google like your other interviews to make sure I pronounced your name right, because I was like, I'm not sure. I don't want to mess it up. So I got it right. This is our cool, outrageous man about town, Ron Russell.
Amazing. What's up, brother? How are you?
Ladies, plug in your vibrators. He's cute.
Yes, he is. He's very cute. And so you're in Florida, right?
I am, yeah. I'm in Florida right now.
So where in Florida? You know, so I was born in West Palm Beach. I'm a native Floridian. I moved away about 11 years ago. But I was born in Miami. I grew up in West Palm Beach. I went to high school in Jacksonville, college in Gainesville. Then I lived in Hollywood and Boca. Like, where in Florida are you?
So I'm out of Jupiter, Boca Raton, Miami. Those are my stomping grounds, to be honest.
Okay, I love it. We're getting ready to move back to Boca. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I've made a lot of great music in Boca. One of my producers is there. It's super chill, and the beaches are really nice.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
I want to apologize for the sunglasses. I don't want to be cool. It's just that I took eye drops for my allergy, and the lighting is very sensitive now. So it's not like I want to be a cool dude, like, mafia. Hey, baby.
It's all good. It's all good. Health comes first. So whatever you got to do for that.
You look so young. I'm telling you, like what age range do you can probably still play for high school, right?
Yeah, I play all sorts of ages. 18 to sometimes 20s. When they try to give me 30s, they say I'm too young. So yeah, I don't know.
I think it's so cool because when you're like, I'm old, like we're old. He's 86, I'm 61. When you're like 60, you're gonna look like you're 40 or 30 probably, because now you're in your 30s and you look like you're 17.
I said I was old.
Yeah.
The idea I was old. Just because the number is there doesn't mean that you're the age. Because I was like him. When I was 21, I looked 15. I didn't even have hair under my arms.
Yeah, but he's like in his mid-30s and he looks 17.
They say so. Apparently, we have like a cellular age as well, and I think that has to do with probably the foods we consume. I do a lot of biohacking. I've been really into my health and wellness for a very long time.
So you don't eat anything junky, like you don't do Burger King or McDonald's.
No.
No. I do.
Neither do I. That's why I made.
I grew up eating it a lot, and then I don't know. I think I grew up in a small town in New Jersey, and I wasn't fully aware or conscious of the impact of foods, and nor was I aware of how food was processed. And when I became more aware, I was vegan, and then I was pesca vegan. I was like, all right, I ended up getting like my blood type, and then now I just like to eat as organic as possible, and I like to know how the food is sourced.
Oh my gosh!
All the young people today eat intelligently.
If you guys,
it's your people that is stupid that eat that shit.
if you guys Google him too, just Google him and look at images, because like he's got all these pictures without his shirt on, and he's got like mad abs and stuff, so he's like totally buffed and fabulous.
So now, are you gay or straight?
I'm straight.
You got a girlfriend?
It's complicated.
What do you say?
It's complicated.
Okay. But ladies or girls out there that are swooning, fantasize that maybe one day you'll run into him and he'll date you.
There you go. So you've done a lot of cool stuff. So you were a dancer in high. So first of all, how did you start out, as a singer, an actor, or a dancer?
First thing I ever did was I was playing the piano at a very young age, and I was always putting on shows at every family gathering. So I was acting, singing, and dancing. But I guess the first big thing I did was I would break dance at the New York Knicks games, like during the quarter breaks. I was on the Knicks City Kids, and I'd be doing like backflips and like glides. And then High School Musical was really dope. And then and I got on The Young and the Restless, Under the Dome.
High School Musical 3, right? You were in High School Musical 3 as a dancer,
Yeah.
and that's Zac Efron. You guys, Zac Efron and Lucas Grabeel, Corbin Bleu, Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah,
that was like a huge deal.
Yeah, that was really awesome. I was really blessed. Up until that point, being from New Jersey, Broadway is what I was training for. And then once I did High School Musical 3, I really just loved the impact that cinema can have on people. High School Musical brought so much joy to so many people, and just to be a part of that was so cool. And while I was in there for principal dancing, I remember like when I got the role of like Patrick, and I got a few lines in the movie, and like just learned acting on film and television is so different than stage. And I can't and it's a whole different art form, I believe. And I really love the intimacy, and I love being able to be a part of projects that reach a large amount of people and have good impact.
You also, though, had a lot of, because then you got you on a lot of Disney shows, because you had like cameos on a bunch of Disney shows, didn't you?
Yeah, I did Disney and Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Oh, Nickelodeon. Yeah. Okay. I'm old, so I don't know the difference between. Too bad you weren't in Camp Rock. That's the one thing I actually saw that I liked a lot, and I saw the High School Musical movies because I thought they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did the iCarly movie. That was super cool. I played the boyfriend in that. That was really fun. And then I did this.
I remember, so you did a movie called Pregnancy Pact, and I
forgot
remember when that was in the news, when that was actually in the news about all the kids in the high school and they all got pregnant at the same time or whatever, and that was with Thora Birch and Cameron Manheim. So that, at an early part in your career, you had a pretty big role in a really big movie that was really controversial.
100%. And that was the beginning of that was definitely much edgier project than High School Musical, I'd say.
Yes, much edgier.
You remind me of me, because when I was young, I looked like you. Black hair, black eyebrows, bushy. When you get old, your eyebrows fall out. I don't know what happens. But I used to have thick eyebrows like you do, and a wonderful thick black hair. And I was very good looking also. And I found that I could have been a better actor if I didn't depend on my looks, because my looks got me where I wanted to go, not necessarily my talent. Do you feel that way? Because you're really handsome.
I appreciate that.
Does your looks get you where you're going?
It's interesting. I had in the beginning of, when I was first doing like the Disney Nickelodeon stuff, I had a lot of trouble doing a lot of surface characters. I'm a pretty emotionally, I create from a lot of depth, and I've used a lot of my life experiences to create. And so sometimes, some of those roles where it was just very on the surface, I actually had a lot more trouble doing that. And so, but they were like, but you look like you'd be that. And I was like, but the roles that are much more intricate and have a lot more levels is really where I feel the most connected to and thrive, to be quite honest.
I love the fact. First of all, let me brag a little. So you guys, here's some of the stuff. TV shows he's been on: Law and Order, SVU, Working Class, Parenthood, Ugly Betty, Shake It Up, No Ordinary Family, iCarly. Again, he was on 10 episodes of Under the Dome, which we've had a bunch of people from that on our show.
Okay.
He did it, and he did High School Musical 3. He was on Young and the Restless for a long time. So I'm going to do a list. So these are the people from Young and the Restless. I don't know if they were on when you were on. Michael Damian's a really good friend of ours.
He's awesome.
And so we've done a whole bunch of stuff. He's been on our show like a zillion times. Tristan Rogers, Katie McLean, Barbara Crampton, Sean Kanan, Eric Roberts, Tony Todd, Lyndon Ashby, and Larry Bagby. Some of them have been on many, many times.
Sean Kanan is a dear friend.
Do you know Sean Kanan? Was he on when you were on?
Our paths have crossed, but none of my scenes were ever
with him.
They weren't. No, not that was.
So he's bold in The Beautiful and Cobra Kai.
I don't think I made it clear. What I was saying to you is, don't let your looks be the reason you're hired. That's my point. You know why? Licks don't last long. Look at me. I'm 86. I look shit. Yeah. But they don't last long. So you can't depend on them.
Agreed.
But let your acting ability be the thing they hire you for.
100%. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I also think you need to go more into the music thing. So
yeah, the music is something I'm really excited to talk with you guys about. Yeah.
I love your music. I didn't love it. I didn't know your music before, but I have Backroads. I have another podcast called The Indie Sound with Jimmy Starr. I recorded it this morning, and I featured you, and we played Backroads. And thank you. It's the #1 music commentary podcast on Apple Podcasts. So I'll send it to you later on.
That's super cool. Thank you for bringing that.
And so I've been listening to your music, and I also noticed some big music videos, Stuck With You by Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber. And I wrote down the bit: 2 Chainz, Hailey Bieber, Scooter, Demi Lovato, Frankie Grande, and Stephen Curry. Those are like the biggest stars on the planet. And how do you get into a music video like that?
Yeah, at the time, I was. It was during quarantine. I was engaged to Demi, and I was talking. We would FaceTime with Ariana at the time, and she asked if I think Scooter asked if we would make a video for it, and we did. Yeah.
I love it. So I don't really want to talk a whole lot about anything exactly super personal about Demi, but I just want to say, how was it being engaged to probably, at that time, she was probably the top 5 most famous people in the world. How is that to date somebody who's that famous? I mean, you're famous, but he was engaged to Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato and Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez were the 3 most powerful people under 21.
Do I know Demi Lovato?
You don't know. Well, we never met her.
Do I know who she is?
If you saw her, you might know. She's like Miley Cyrus, like that famous, if not more. So just how was it in general? Because that must be very difficult to be dating someone that's, even though you're famous, that's a different level of famous.
Yeah, what was really beautiful about that experience was, we met the week that quarantine was happening. So, it kind of felt like the world was really ending to an extent. And we actually started living with her parents, and we had a really humble experience, and it was very grounded, and it was really nice because what you kind of go back to your basics when something like that occurs in the world, fame and the illusions of all of that kind of dissipate. We all remember that we're just human beings here having an experience. And so we really got to really be with the other human being, not necessarily some sort of all that. It was just so happens to be our passion, that we both have our passions that we do. And some people, it was a really beautiful experience.
I just think it's the coolest, thing ever that you got to meet Justin Bieber then, probably, right? Like I love Justin Bieber.
It's awesome. I don't know him that well. But
That's
I love what he stands for, and I really love his performance that he just did. I thought it was really awesome that
Yes,
he did everything. Hallelujah. You know, I'm actually focused on a faith-based project right now.
I love that too.
Yeah, when I had a lot of my movies that I've done, like Walk Ride Rodeo, Cowboy Christmas Romance, Southern Gospel, some on Netflix films, I've gotten to make the music for the films as well. And most of them are faith-based. And when I say faith-based, I just mean uplifting messages. I never want to make anything that has anyone feel like they can't relate. So it's more like a universal theme of I want people to
uplifting.
Just treat each other with more kindness and compassion and
love it.
Empathy. And so that's really what my project stands for.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I forgot.
You were going to say something about running with that crowd.
Oh, yeah. Running with that crowd had to be difficult because they're all prima donnas. They're all, woo, and temperamental and bitchy and quick. That much I know about them because we had those people. I forgot who they are, but the guy that's a rock singer, remember him? The young fella that we all liked a lot. He turned out to be a jerk.
Anyway, make your point.
Anyway, my point is we have hung out with those younger star people, and they're not stable.
Yeah, I mean, I only had a really beautiful experience with all of them, and I think that, everyone is a human being, and sometimes people have moments, and unfortunately, you can run into someone and they could be going through something personal, and it unfortunately can be misconstrued. But I've only had beautiful experiences with those people.
I think it's a very different, and I think it's hard for a lot of people, regular people, to identify because you're talking about people who are 13 years old when they get famous, and they're worth $100 million at 15 years old. They've grown up in the life, so they don't really have a chance to grow up because Justin Bieber and Ariana did a lot of dumb things when they were young, but they were dumb things. And if a regular person did it, nobody would have said shit,
They grow up loving themselves. They grow up looking in the mirror and saying, you're wonderful, you're fabulous, everybody loves you, you're terrific. And then when that stops, they fall apart and they go to drugs and booze.
And then hopefully they come out of it.
I would challenge that a little bit. I think a lot of people when, have something at a young age and whatnot, you're really growing into who you are. And I think there's so much pressure in the industry, especially for younger people. And I actually think a lot of them see a lot of flaws in the mirror, and they actually are very critical on themselves and have a lot of criticism for their moves and their learnings and growings along the way. Like you just said, a lot of people have experiences growing experience, and but most people have.
It's different.
It's usually private, but when you get public, I think there's, and so I think a lot of these people actually don't look in the mirror and say that, and I think if they did, I think they'd be a lot more happy, and I think that it actually leads to a lot of self-criticism, especially as things ebb and flow, because people are always on to the next and who's the next new thing, and so then I think you can look in the mirror and actually.
Well, you live what they're saying, and the saying is you're as good as your last performance.
And that's what I think.
Yeah. And it's a horrible thing to live with.
You were young though, right? Weren't you young when you got your first Emmy nomination?
Yeah. So I've had, I feel like I've had amazing times and more challenging times and everything. And I really got to a place where I really saw that was not my sense of self. That's an ego. And I really dissolved that. I actually really got into Kundalini yoga and meditation at a young age when I was 20, and I was going to leave the industry in the middle, right after I got those nominations for Young and the Restless. And cause I got just really into just healing people. I wanted to I found my calling was to heal. And that's also what I do with my music is sound healing. I'm even working with a producer that does 432 hertz, the frequency of love, the frequency that brings your body on an energetic cellular level, a sense of peace. And so once I was able to, I tapped into, that purpose. It's so not like the external of it all. If anything, that I really just try to focus in how I can help and how I can use. I do believe everyone has a mission here, and everyone is on Earth for a reason. And I do believe that we're supposed to help each other.
I love it.
Just be humble. You can't go wrong if you're humble, especially in film work. It shows in film when you're humble, you're honest, and you're real. You become the character.
Yeah.
I find that when I work. When I work, I don't go on this set with an attitude. Never.
I think as an actor, like you really should be a blank canvas. So when you come into something, and then your life experiences give you different like colors that you can pull from it. So I think coming into it from like, oh well, I did this project or this project, stepping onto a set, like you're now not a blank canvas. You're now that's ego. And so I think when you get to a place of, okay, like I am need to live truthful under these circumstances, and like I am not. Yeah.
But wait, do you ever have a dream of getting married and having children?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
What's your background? You look Italian or Greek.
So I know that I'm German, Austrian, and I tried to get that 23andMe DNA ancestry test, and they never gave me my results back. So there might be a clone of me somewhere.
Love it.
You're a black German, because most Germans are blonde, and there are some black Germans, who have. He's very black, and that's what I love about him, because it reminds me of. I wish that you could put up my old picture.
We don't have any old pictures of you.
We have to put stock it.
So he's also on the Bay. So listen, we're really good friends with Ron Moss.
Sure.
And I made a list of the people who from the Bay that have been on our show.
Ron is working.
Ron Moss is one of the producers of the Bay, I think, and so is his wife. Devin, yeah. You know Ron Moss, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So Christos Andrews has been on our show again. Tristan Rogers, Ron Moss, Charles Shaughnessy, Olivia Dabo, Mike Manning, Camden Toy, Russell Todd, Patricia Darbo, Robert Lasardo is a good friend of mine, Anthony W. Preston, Sean Kanan, Jessica Morris, Kelly Lynn Ryder, Dee Wallace, and Robert Craighead are all people that are on the Bay that have also been on our show.
And people we're friends
and that we're friends. Most of them we're really good friends with. And so, like, how did you get involved with the Bay?
Yeah, I was actually at a charity event, something called Legacy Youth Leadership, and it's about helping kids in underprivileged places get into good schooling programs. And I met a lot of people from the creative team of that, and we spoke, and then I was offered a role in it, and it was something I connected to, so I said yes.
Do you have to audition a lot, or do you get a lot of stuff just because of your past work, or do you still have to audition a lot?
It varies. It varies on the project. Yeah, it varies.
So let's go to the music part, because I actually think that's the one place where you need to expand, because you're actually really, really good.
Thank you.
And I know I'm a music publicist, and I've worked for a bunch of record labels, and we work both on this show. We've had Chicago, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang, all the biggest groups. They've all been on our show, so we know a lot about the music industry. So how did you start doing the whole music thing? And the music thing is good, right? In Florida, we used to have a thing called the Source Awards. Used to always be down there, and I used to get invited, and I'd hang out with Jay-Z and all these people, and it was so much fun. A lot of famous people that you could meet to help with your music career in Florida.
100%. Yeah, I love the music scene down here. So yeah, like I said, I started playing the piano when I was 4 years old. I was trained by the chairman of the Manhattan School of Music. I was trained to be on Broadway, but I also really had a big love for John Mayer's music. It's kind of autobiographical music. That was the kind of stuff that I was really drawn to. Him and Gavin DeGraw and some other artists.
I met Gavin DeGraw. I've met him a couple times. He's really cool.
Talented. Then I also loved Usher and Chris Brown, because I love to dance and the whole break dance of it all. And so then music was always something that I was like, okay, once I got High School Musical, I was like, okay, well, maybe this will like open the door to that. But then I just kept getting film projects, and then Instagram came along, and I found that I could start playing piano and singing on there, and I started getting some traction. And I did this Netflix movie, Walk Ride Rodeo, really inspiring story that I highly recommend you seeing. And I asked them if I could do the theme song, and they said, do you make country music? Because the Rascal Flatts and Dixie Chicks have it on there. And I said, I'll go to Nashville and make it this weekend. And so I did. And that was the start of the music journey. So
I know, I love that. So
what made you decide to live in Florida?
I love it. I mean, my parents moved here. I'm back and forth between LA and Florida. And I've been living in LA for such a long time. And I came here to really focus on my music projects, because I just fell in love with the Miami scene of just the flow of the music. And I have some songs that are in English and Spanish. One of my main collaborators, Shala, she's a Colombian artist. I love combining cultures. And so I really wanted to do that on this project.
So I
love Florida.
We like it too. We're looking forward to getting there. So I'm going to play Backroads. I want to play Backroads just for so now you guys. This is also 2 years old, but I had to have something that has a video because people have something to see. But it's a really fun song. It's really good. You introduced it for us, and then our engineer is going to play for it. And you just hang on. When it's over, we'll come back and talk. Juan, play the one that says Backroads. Introduce it for us, Max.
Yeah. So this is Backroads. I made it about a relationship that's on the low key, something that doesn't need to be seen by everyone. I think we live in a culture where we feel like we need to post who we're with, or we feel like, and so the talks about being on the back roads, like let's just keep things on the low key and keep it real. We don't need to have any we don't need paparazzi. We don't need anything. We just want the real thing. I know it was, after having a very publicized relationship, what I really crave is, and have craved since the beginning, is just an authentic relationship.
Before we go there, I like the fact that you don't have tattoos. You're nice and clean.
He might. You don't know if he has them or not.
Looking.
Do you have tattoos or no?
I have many, a few mini ones.
Little
And
ones.
it says,
Okay.
"Music creates peace."
Okay.
Yeah,
they're just it's like a single needle. Yeah.
When I see the young people filled with tattoos, I thought of, wow, when they're my age, what the hell are they going to look like with those things hanging?
All right, introduce the song for us. We're going to play it. Just say, hey, this is my song.
What's good? I'm Max Eric, and this is my song, Backroads.
There you go.
I wanna take you to the back roads, black hats with the brim low. Somewhere nobody sees us, but we could do it all night. On the beach in the moonlight, somewhere no one can reach us. I wanna be your little secret. I wanna know if you can keep it. Kissing with our eyes closed, we can kick it on the down low. Wanna take you to the back roads, yeah. I wish that we could be incognito so comfortably, just holding hands walking down the street. No paparazzi trying to mess with me, nah. Baby, we could keep it stuck. The bright lights are blind to put them on the shelf. The world wants to see you with someone else, but I know a place that you could be yourself. No one has to know. I know what you want, I got the spot, nobody knows. I wanna take you to the back roads, black hats with the brim low. Somewhere nobody sees us, but we could do it all night. On the beach in the moonlight, somewhere no one can reach us. I wanna be your little secret. I wanna know if you can keep it. Kissing with our eyes closed, at the movies in the back row. We can kick it on the down low. Take you to the back roads, back roads. Back roads, whoa. Back roads, take you to the back roads, whoa. I wanna get you out of the city, private to Bahamas if you ballin' with me. Girl, you're looking out like you fly a lot, hiding in your bands like a pilot. Throw away your pounds like a shortstop, turn base on the corner with your socks off. Wanna be the candy in your lunchbox, 'cause girl, you're blowing up just like a pop rock. No one has to know. I know what you want, I got the spot, nobody knows. I wanna take you to the back roads, black hats with the brim low. Someone nobody sees us, but we could do it all night. On the beach in the moonlight, someone no one can reach us. I wanna be your little secret. I wanna know if you can keep it. Kissing with our eyes closed, at the movies in the back row. We can kick it on the down low. Take you to the back roads, back roads. Back roads, back roads, whoa. Back roads, back roads. Take you to the back roads, back roads, whoa.
I freaking love the song.
Hey.
You know what's funny to me is you look younger now than you did then to me. Like it's like you're getting younger instead of getting older.
Benjamin Button.
But I like the song a lot. I think the song has a lot of potential. I also like the song Thank You. And one thing I really noticed in the Thank You song, besides the fact that you're playing piano and everything, you wear like a diamond choker with a cross, like as part of the clasp or something. I was like, that's the coolest piece of jewelry I've ever seen.
Thanks. Yeah, I have like a cool one on too right now. I have this really cool a friend of mine. She makes custom jewelry. Her name is Taryn, and yeah, she makes some fire stuff. Yeah.
So like, if you were, let's say you were going to go on tour.
Oh, the jewelry would be swagged out. Yeah, I already this Friday have a photo shoot. I already know she's going to be bringing when we do these layered chains. Like she's done a lot of styling for like Rauw Alejandro, Bad Bunny, some Ozuna, and like I really love this whole layer jewelry thing that all has symbols, like very symbolic. Not just I don't just wear something just to wear it. It's all has a meaning.
I love jewelry though. Like I'm a big, I love the jewelry thing. So if you were going to go on tour, let's say you were going to go on tour and you could go with any 3 artists, living or dead, like who would you want to go on tour with?
Wow, that's an amazing question.
He said that's an amazing question. And be thinking in the background of that because we have 8 minutes left. Because the question is going to go to movies next. If you could work with any actor, female and male, living or dead, who would you want to be? And the other part of the question is, if you could be in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you want to be in? But go back to the music one first.
Give it to him slowly.
No, he's smart. He can think about it.
I would love to tour with the Beatles. That would be.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That would be incredible. I love, just their evolution. Yeah, so that would be really awesome. I would love to tour with. There's so many really, really talented people. This is really hard.
Just go with whatever comes off the top of your head.
Okay, so I would want to perform with like Hillsong. They're a worship group. I really love them.
Yeah, I know what they are.
They're fantastic, and Elevation Worship as well.
I love so when I was growing up, because my sister is pretty religious, and I used to listen to Michael W. Smith all the time. And there's a group now. I have to look it up. Go to the movie questions. I want to figure out who it is. This group I listen to a lot.
So what was the question? Any movie that I could have
any movie you could have ever been in, what would you like to have been in? And then a male and female actor, living or dead, that you haven't worked with that you'd like to.
I would have really, really loved to be in Silver Linings Playbook. That movie just really affected me. I love.
What was it called?
Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh yeah.
Performance is remarkable. I would love to work with Bradley Cooper. I'd love to work with Jennifer Lawrence. I would love to work with. Who else would I love to work with? Michael B. Jordan is incredible. I'd love to work with him.
Yeah.
And
how about Angelina Jolie? She's looking for a new boyfriend.
Angelina Jolie. Oh yeah. I mean, that would be.
Work with her.
I would absolutely love to work with Angelina. Working with Angelina Jolie or Meryl Streep would be beyond. I would be beyond over the moon.
What about we did Guy once? Michael B. Jordan.
Angie's a cougar, so she likes him younger.
How about have you heard of the group For King and Country?
For King and Country?
It's called For King and Country. You need to look them up.
No, but I will.
You'll really like them. They're really good. They do a a remake of a Michael W. Smith song, and they have a song called "God Only Knows." It's like a really good song. So, so do you don't listen? Do you listen to dance music at all?
I love dance music, and I have a dance record that is being mixed right now. I want to tell you. I almost just told you the name, but I don't want to tell you it yet.
No, don't tell us yet.
It's a dance. It has EDM, and it just makes you feel like it's pop, but it's like uplifting pop. I love dance music. I think dance is so awesome to really like ups your energy, your mood. It's really good for you. So, and the song is you dance, and when you hear the lyrics though, it has depth to it, but still not. But it will make you feel like seen. And really
being from Miami or South Florida, we have a lot of friends, and you're probably too young and you won't know these names, but you should listen to this back and look them up. But there's a girl group called Expose.
Okay.
And they were the #1 selling girl group until Destiny's Child came. And they have all these hits from Miami back in the day, huge hits. Another one, and they're really good friends of ours. Another one is Stevie B, who created his whole sound in Miami, the whole Miami dance sound, and he has a bunch of big hit songs from back in the day, and they call it freestyle music. So they call it freestyle music, and freestyle was a thing in the '80s, and we're friends with all the freestyle artists. They've all been on the show.
Max, I'm 86 years old, and I still dance.
Hey,
I dance really well. Ask your
Yeah, he does. Actually, one of our good friends is Cece Peniston, and she sings that song, "Finally It Has Happened to Me."
Oh, yeah. Iconic,
He
yeah.
comes on the show all the time, and he dances to that all the time.
Well, I hope when I play my upcoming songs that you dance to them, because they're definitely
Cece came to our house for dinner, and I danced in my living room with Cece to Finally, and I got such a kick out of that. But I was dancing with the singer of that song.
She's a good friend of ours. But all those
the point I was trying to make is you never stop dancing.
Yeah.
Don't let them ever tell you you're too old to dance. Bullshit.
Yeah.
He even did a video like vacuuming to Finally, and he was dancing with the vacuum and stuff. And it got like 500,000 plays or something. So it was a lot of fun.
Refuse to get old.
Amen. I'm Peter. Look, I am Peter Pan. So I
am Peter Pan. I love it.
Subscribe to that. Yeah.
I'm Peter.
So what do you? He is too. What do you eat? We have 3 minutes. What do you eat for like a snack? If you were gonna go and sit down and watch a movie and you wanted to eat a snack, like what kind of something would you actually eat?
Celery is cool. Yeah, fruits and vegetables are dope. But yeah, I really like popcorn. I have a really strong love for Skinny Pop, the brand.
Yes.
I really just love their flavor of popcorn.
His daughter loves that too.
And I would put some so I'd throw some almonds in there and cashews. I really love dates. I love, honestly, fruits and vegetables, but yeah.
Do you eat peanut butter?
I'll have some peanut butter sometimes, yeah.
I like peanut butter on celery. I like peanut butter.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, peanut butter on celery is great. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you drink? Do you just drink water?
Say again?
Do you only drink water, or what do you drink?
I drink water. I drink tea. I drink organic juices. I drink, and I love to eat, and I love to drink healthy things. A lot of people think
you don't drink like soda or milkshakes or things like that.
Mm-mm. And it's not even it's really just because of the way it makes me feel after.
Yes.
Now,
I'm a big proponent on having healthy relationships with food. I'm not a big proponent on people being so obsessed with how they look and just do it for the physical. I'm really big on do it for your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Like I think
makes you
what
feel.
we eat really impacts us. And so it's cool when you do it and you work out and do all these things and you look good and people compliment you on it, but it's more so like, how do you feel? Like, what is your energy? So I'm really big on people having a healthy relationship with food, diet, exercise, everything.
Go.
Being German, do you ever give yourself a treat and have sauerbraten?
I don't know what that is, but I.
Wait. Were your parents American, born in America?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's
He's from
why.
New Jersey.
Yeah, from New Jersey.
We forgive you.
I would love to try it.
Brooklyn, so we forgive New Jersey.
All
I
right.
love
I
it.
appreciate that. Thank you.
So you guys, we're out of time.
Sauerbraten is a German meal. It's delicious.
I would love to try it.
You would like it. So you guys, this is Max Eric. Follow him at Max Eric, EHRICH. He's on Instagram. Good luck with all your projects. It was great meeting you. And when you have new stuff coming out, we'll bring you back and do it again. But thank you so much for coming on the show. And we want to thank Holly Davidson from I Connect You PR because she's the
And
best.
words from an old man. Keep
So-
it honest. Keep it honest.
Amen. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You'll go far, very far.
I think so too. All right. Thank you so much, Max.
Take care, Max.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. We had a great show, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Oh, we're over.
Yeah, we're over. Bye-bye, Max.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.